My name is Manisha. I am the CEO and Principal Officer of Whipple Insurance Brokers, a company which has been in the insurance broking industry for the last 14 years. This year, the year of pandemic COVID-19, there have been unprecedented losses in almost all sectors of economy, specifically the construction industry. We have observed and seen from very close quarters the fallout of lockdown and the pain felt by our clients in this sector. I would like to analyze the pain points and all possible solutions under existing covers to be able to devise or suggest how the covers can be more inclusive of risks such as the current COVID-19 pandemic or any other such unforeseen risks in future. Some statistics on the construction industry would help us to understand the total risk exposure and the potential of insurance possibilities for the sector. In 2019, the construction industry contributed 4.7 trillion rupees to the GDP of the country. This represents about 7.9% of the gross value added to the economy. This industry employs close to 45 million people, which means that around 16% of the country's population depends on the construction industry for its livelihood. This industry contributes 55% share to the steel industry, 15% to paint industry, and 30% to glass industry, besides many other industries. At least 25 allied industries are linked to the construction industry. Hence, the supply chain has been severely mangled. Unlike some of the key sectors like manufacturing and retail, construction sector employees are concentrated in and around the project site. There is a relatively low level of automation with very high dependency on physical labor, and hence this industry mandates physical presence of both skilled and unskilled manpower. COVID-19 and the ensuing lockdowns have totally destabilized the workforce, with thousands of workmen migrating back to their hometowns in abject fear of the unknown effects of the pandemic. It has impacted construction projects totaling approximately 61 trillion rupees in both development and implementation stages. Amidst this, several companies have supported laborers with physical work totally at a standstill. This, along with the locked-in fixed expenses, have added to huge financial stress to the constructors. How do we in the insurance sector safeguard construction projects from future emergencies? That's the question we need to ask. While we cannot do away with emergencies, we can attempt to at least compensate the losses incurred due to these losses. Coming back to what the pain points are for the project owners. 1. Financial distress due to continuing fixed expenses without any progress in the projects. 2. Post-lockdown and after resumption of work, how to control incidences of COVID breakout amongst the workers and how to safeguard their health, besides the cost of sanitization and prevention. 3. There are increased costs of health covers and life insurance covers for employees. This adds to the burden of the constructors. The main point of distress has been financial distress due to cessation of work. Many contractor all-risk policies contain provisions relating to cessation of work. In the current scenario, there was complete lockdown. That is, cessation of work has been complete, and this has been followed by slowdown of work due to multiple factors, the main being shortage of manpower and supplies. Most projects have not yet resumed 100% work capacity. Now, even if we have to cover cessation of work, there is no trigger for cover under the existing CAR policies, because in order to trigger coverage by delay in completion of work, there must be two items present. 1, direct physical loss or material alteration. In this case, there is no physical loss or alteration by an insured peril, so the cover doesn't trigger. Moreover, policies contain a virus or a bacterial or a communicable disease exclusion, besides many other exclusions. There are many additional coverages in contractor all-risk policies. The unfortunate reality is that most, if not all, of these additional coverages or perils are still limited by the pollution or virus exclusion. Though there are many variables attached to the question whether a specific loss is covered or not, the COVID-19 pandemic has posed a very serious question on whether project delay due to lockdown will be covered under insurance. Let's begin with understanding what are the concerns of the builders and construction contractors. Most importantly, they would like to minimize their insurance costs as the margins get thinner. From the end of last year, 2019, the construction insurance market was showing signs of quite a significant hardening in terms of premium rate increases. Cost of cover had increased, or rather has increased in many cases. It has increased over 100%. So while premiums paid by the builders and contractors has increased, the loss incurred due to lockdown is yet not under the scope of. Apart from being able to help builders and contractors, we in insurance industry have to seize the opportunity of increasing the scope of covers and along with industry leaders work out or devise a suitable cover for a situation like the current COVID-19 pandemic. Our questions should really be how to devise a cover where COVID-19 falls for consideration as a risk. 2. Should we not write this risk and similar risks into the policy? 3. What would be the conditions and scope of cover? And 4. What will be the additional cost of covering this risk? There will be many questions which need to be carefully thought through, and a pandemic cover needs to be defined in totality. Thank you.